Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a Dapper Day. I'm back. It's been a minute. All right. So today we're gonna be looking into a certain protocol on the Ethereum blockchain. As everybody knows, Ethereum is going crazy. It is going great. A lot of tokens are going well. You have XRP, which I actually like XRP. Not like crazy DeFi over there, but they're OG for real. Standing firm. Number 3. That's huge. Shout out to XRP for holding that position. But Ethereum's been going crazy. Bitcoin, of course, is just on a tear. So we're in a good space, guys. The market's looking good. I'm gonna be talking about DeFi, and ETH is DeFi. So it's important that we understand Ethereum when we talking about DeFi. I'm just gonna go to Ethereum's Twitter real quick just to see, anything that we can talk about. Okay, BlackRock's BUIDL fund is currently tokenized on 7 blockchains. 91% of its funds on Ethereum. Wow. Yeah, so BlackRock has 91% of its funds on Ethereum. That means all this green. You know what green means, guys. All this green is on Ethereum. Green. You feel me? You see the theme? We're going green. So we're going to be talking about something I have been following for a while. It's called IPOR, right? This is on Ethereum. They're on a few different blockchains. Backstory on IPOR is originally they created something called interest rate derivative market, which I thought was cool. I was using that. I have some ETH staked in their market as well. That's always been great. But they just released something that I think is really cool. It's called Fusion. The reason I think people should take a look at Fusion is because IPOR had a token for a while that they recently discontinued. They took a snapshot, which I was a holder, which is good. They discontinued that token, and now it seems like they're going to be doing some type of Fusion airdrop in the future. So you can easily get involved with just by leveraging their Fusion Vaults. See, they just created one 2 days ago. Tact. I'm not really sure what Tact is. Let's see. Tact to purpose-built blockchain EVM. dApps. Access on Telegram. Still, I haven't heard of Tact. But access DeFi dApps like Curve. Okay, so it's like some type of application, it seems like. Okay. Hey. Okay. Oh, so it's a blockchain. Okay, interesting. And they have a token, which I guess you can stake on in the Fusion Vault, and you can earn APY on it. You're not only getting APY, you're also going to be getting allocations to this Fusion airdrop that I'm referring to. Reservoir is a big application. Not too many followers, but some people I know are following it. Pendle's here. IPOR. This guy's a GOAT. Another GOAT. Yeah. So the DeFi guys are here. And you should be following these protocols because, guys, Ethereum, like I said, BlackRock is going to be using DeFi. Tokenization is DeFi. You know what I mean? So BlackRock's here. You don't want to not be here. You don't want to not understand what DeFi is. 1 inch, 700 billion in volume. It's massive. 1 inch is a DEX that is on multiple blockchains. EVM DEX is massive. They have Pendle, Aave, over 2 billion Pendle assets on Aave. That's amazing. That means that people deposited assets on Pendle, then took those assets and then deposited on Aave, which is why I like DeFi, right? It's composable. Like, I can deposit my assets into one protocol, like IPOR, for example, right? I put my money into IPOR, and then I'm involved in Reservoir. So like, IPOR has a reservoir looping strategy. This is I'm not sure if this is the one we're gonna get into, but potentially. So let's just head over there. Just want to give you guys a background. This is the interest rates that I was referring to, interest rate index. This is a pretty elaborate. You research the LIBOR. You're right. IPOR is basically a DeFi version of the LIBOR rate. You could research that. It's basically just the interest rate average for assets, right? It tracks those. Okay, so let's jump into it. This is the homepage, right? They're focusing fully on Fusion when you go to the page, which is cool. I'm already connected, guys. If you get to this, so you have to connect. Go ahead. It's safe. They have $93 million on this platform, so it's a valid platform. Okay, so I'm looking at this K3 Capital ETH Maxi. So what they're doing here, let me go into this, is they're using wrapped ETH. Be careful with that. It's not wrapped ETH, it's wrapped ETH, which is EtherFi ETH, right? EtherFi is a liquid restaking token, right? I have videos on restaking. If you guys go back, you can see, like, I touch on it sometimes. EtherFi is huge. Just to show you guys, it's been picking up as of late. So getting some exposure to EtherFi. This is the whole chart, as you can see. It came out, didn't do that well, but it's been on an uptrend for a while now. Actually led, I would say, this rally. It was one of the first tokens to really start coming back. So it's not fully back. I got this in an airdrop, so I'm not really too crazy about it, but it's a really good project. If you have time, look into this. I might do a video just on EtherFi. It was actually one of my OG ETH liquid staking plays that I got into. So just to get back, this is EtherFi's ETH. So it says here, recursive wrapped ETH for ETH leverage built on Morpho's ETH Maxi Vault on Uni Chain. So there's a ETH Maxi Vault. Morpho is a DeFi protocol. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. I'm not going to bring it up right now. It's on UniChain. So Uniswap has their own chain. And they're doing the looping strategy there, where they're basically putting up wrapped ETH as collateral, wrapped ETH as collateral, and borrowing ETH, and then rewrapping it, borrowing, rewrap, borrow. So if you have any questions about leverage looping, just write in the comments, because it's a topic that sounds kind of difficult, but it's not really that hard to comprehend. Yeah, because for me, it was a concept that I struggled with for a while until I just really thought about it. Like when you put up collateral, you basically can borrow against that collateral, and then you take what you borrow and then you put it up again as collateral to get more, and then you just keep doing that strategy over and over. So it's not that hard. Okay, so for this vault, right, we're gonna do something cool. We're gonna go to UniChain today, right? I don't know if anyone has ever been over there. It's my first time. I'm gonna show you guys how we're getting over there. So I did some research using Grok, found RhinoFi. RhinoFi is a liquid fast stablecoin interoperable layer. It's like some stablecoin, bridge or something. So what we're gonna plan on doing is we're gonna use RhinoFi. They have a nice lot of followers, so we can trust them. We're gonna use RhinoFi. I'm actually gonna follow them too. Something's going on here. Want to pay attention? You guys should be doing this as well. When you find cool stuff, follow them. Anyway, we're gonna use RhinoFi app. We're gonna go here. Power seamless cross-chain liquidity. It's a pretty cool website. I like it. I like the color orange. So let's go. We're gonna do it real time. Never connected before, so I'm gonna connect my Ravi wallet. Here we are. Connect. Authenticate your wallet. View ownership of your wallet. Okay, so I'm just gonna authenticate the wallet. Basically, you gotta just sign a transaction so they can know This wallet, you actually own it. You didn't just connect a random wallet. This is a wallet you own. So let's see, we got some ETH, and we're gonna send ETH. We're gonna go to UniChain. So let me search for UniChain. Cool, and we're gonna deposit ETH over there. So it's gonna be a long video. So if you guys are watching this video, dude, we this is DeFi, bro. It's not simple. Sometimes you got to take extra steps, you know, to get over there and really make some stuff happen. Since we're bridging, we gotta bridge a decent amount, right? We're not gonna just play with it. Let's do at least, there we go. At least 200. There we go. So here we go, bridging it. First time for everything, right? So right now we're going from Ethereum to UniChain, guys. Sending ETH over. It's asking me to approve this transaction in my wallet. Here they're showing me they're gonna be taking the ETH out. So let's go, let's press it. It's $5 transaction, which is kind of high, but ETH right now is so active, the chain, that you know the gas fees are gonna be going up a little bit. So you gotta watch out for that. But don't worry, you got other layers. Like I'm going to Uni Chain. When we get over there, we'll realize how low the transactions are, and that's part of Ethereum. This is part of why a lot of people miss the Ethereum boat. Like what's going on right now is because they got so fixated on the Ethereum blockchain and not looking at the fact that ETH lives on all these different blockchains, and all these blockchains are EVM. You know, Ethereum virtual machines. Even if that they're not the original Ethereum, they're still Ethereum based machines. So they all behave in like similar ways. So Ethereum is bigger than just this one blockchain with, you know, $5 gas fee or whatever, which really isn't that bad. But I can see why, you know, you can't really do too much trading with $5 gas fees. So, all right, boom, here we go. Now we're back. Everything's complete. So now I should have Ethereum on UniChain. My only issue now is I have to trade this asset. Okay, let me see if I can swap now. Okay, now that I've successfully bridged that ETH from Ethereum's blockchain to UniChain, I'm gonna now look and see how to swap that Ethereum into wrapped ETH, because I actually need wrapped ETH for this vault. It doesn't take ETH, it takes wrapped ETH. So let me do that now. I'm on the Uniswap, which, you know, it's on UniChain. So you should be able to swap on Uniswap. So okay, here we go. It's showing my UniChain ETH is here. So it's there. And I'm gonna now trade that for UniChain wrapped ETH, but here we go. UniChain wrapped ETH. Yeah, the only thing that's throwing me off a bit is like, why is this green? But because the wrapped ETH logo is just not really consistent, but that's either here nor there. Let me just trade it. Hopefully this is the right version. I mean, I have to kind of guess because the logos are off a bit. It's not really, this is just not consistent, you know, so it's a little confusing. So if you see this here, we're learning it together. So it's saying I have wrapped ETH. Let's see if it's the right wrapped ETH, you know. So now that that's there, I'm going to go back. I'm on the IPOR screen again. I'm going to click deposit now. Now it's available. So that is the right wrapped ETH, guys. Even though, you know, it's green and here it's like showing you this, it's the same wrapped ETH. So boom, we're finally here. We've done all of that. So just to run it back, guys, we bridged our ETH over to UniChain. Then we swapped that ETH to wrapped ETH. Now we're going to deposit wrapped ETH on UniChain. Come on. I'm giving you guys jewels. You know, UniChain this is my first time on UniChain. As I told you guys, gas fees dumb cheap. It's amazing. This is what Ether is about. It's not just about $5 gas fees on the ETH, man. You can say that over and over, but boom, I approved it. Now I deposit, and then now I deposit this wrapped ETH. Boom, it's telling me, okay, it's gonna turn into this this like K3 thing over here that you're seeing. Cool. Give me the K3 ETH. I'll take it. And boom, that's it. Now, that seemed like it took a while. I'm not gonna lie, right? This is my balance here. This is my balance. Okay, and I guess my deposit is here. It's showing in ETH. It's not showing in dollars. So I think it's about $50 though. All right, guys. So I hope this video wasn't too confusing. I've been waiting to do this IPOR video for a while because it's very complex. And like I said, we're literally just on one tab. I didn't even show you guys the LPs, the swaps, nothing. Like, you know, this project is pretty stacked. These guys are pretty, really smart. Actually, one of the smartest groups I've followed in DeFi. And this is their strategy that I can get now: 7% on wrapped ETH on UniChain. Also, this should give me, you know, some points towards Fusion. I'm not really seeing that in the layout here, but that's usually the deal, you know. Okay, here you go. So showing my assets here as part of this allocation set. So guys, please check out Fusion Vaults. Man. It says one click automated earns. It is one click if your assets are in the right place. Like if I already had the wrap ETH on UniChain, it's one click. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, man. And like I said, the market is getting bullish. Pay attention to what's going on. Learn as much as you can about DeFi. You know, these guys right here, super smart. They're talking about DeFi. This is the same vault we just got into. So it's just showing you the growth over time. There are people here, guys. People are paying attention. More information on tag. Guys, do some research on DeFi, man. You know, like, subscribe, you know, follow. I'm going to be doing more videos, so just look out for me, man. And enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.